The moonlight's cutting patterns on the peeling yellow paint. My voice is just a whisper, growing hollow, growing faint. I told the walls I'm doing fine. I told the chair I'm okay. But the dust just keeps on settling in the spaces where you lay. There's no one here to witness how the tears begin to trace the map of every memory I'm trying to erase. I turn the faucet upward just to hear a little sound, to break the heavy stillness that is pinning me to the ground. Your side of the closet is an open, aching wound, a symphony of nothingness, perfectly in tune. I'm gasping for reason, I'm reaching for the light, but the darkness is a heavy coat I'm forced to wear tonight. And I'm crying in a silent room where the air is thin and cold, buried in the stories that we never got to unfold. No one hears the heartbeat as it shatters on the floor. No one's coming through that locked and bolted door, just a ghost of a goodbye and a shadow of the truth. I'm crying in a silent room, losing all my youth. If a heart breaks in the quiet, does it even make a sound? Does the world keep on spinning while I'm falling to the ground? I'm screaming in my head, a million miles a minute, but this house is just a hollow shell with nothing left within it. Yeah, I'm crying in a silent room where the air is thin and cold, buried in the stories that we never got to unfold. No one hears the heartbeat as it shatters on the floor. No one's coming through that locked and bolted door, just the ghost of a goodbye and a shadow of the truth. I'm crying in a silent room, wondering what's the use. Can you hear it? The sound of me letting go is the quietest thing I've ever known. Just me and the four walls now, crying in a silent room, so quiet now. I can make it through the morning with a coffee and a lie. I can stare at every stranger with a giant steady eye. I keep my head down low, I keep my schedule moving fast, trying to outrun the shadow that our love decided to cast. But then I see a certain blue, or I smell the coming rain, and the armor that I built just starts to crumble under the strain. I walk past the old theater where we stood out in the cold. The ticket stub is in my drawer, turning brittle, turning gold. I was fine a minute ago, I was strong and I was tall, but then I saw a silhouette that looked like you against the wall. It's the smallest, sharpest things that cut the deepest through the skin, the way you used to hum before the music would begin. And I cry when I remember, it's a reflex in my soul, like a sudden loss of gravity, a loss of all control. I can't pretend I'm moving on, that I'm through the worst of December, but I fall apart in pieces every time that I remember. Yeah, I cry when I remember. It's not the way you left that leaves me gasping on the floor. It's the way you used to love me that I can't find anymore. The good is what is hurting, the sweet is what is sour. I'm a victim of the memory of every golden hour. And I cry when I remember, it's a reflex in my soul, like a sudden loss of gravity, a loss of all control. I can't pretend I'm moving on, that I'm through the worst of December, but I fall apart in pieces every time that I remember. God, I cry when I remember. I try to forget the way you laugh, I tried to burn the map, but I'm still trapped in the was and the word, and the sting of how we were. And I cry. The sun goes down like a heavy stone behind the city line, and I tell myself that in the dark I'll find a way to be fine. But the shadows start to stretch across the places where you laid, and I'm terrified of how the light begins to slowly fade. Because the daytime has a noise, the traffic and the crowds, but the evening brings the silence that's screaming out so loud. I try to keep the TV on to mimic human breath, but it's just a flickering glow in a room that's bored to death. I reach across the desert of the sheets to find your heat, but I only find the coldness of a life that's incomplete. I've memorized the pattern of the ceiling and the cracks, just waiting for a memory that'll bring the fever back. And I miss you in the morning, yeah, I miss you in the day, but it's a different kind of dying when the colors turn to gray. When the world goes off to sleep and there's nothing left to do but lie awake and ache inside the ghost of having you. The stars are just a mockery of the light we used to ignite. I miss you every morning, but I die for you every night. I try to scrub your scent off of the sweaters in the hall. I painted over every height mark measured on the wall. I changed the radio station when our song began to play, and I told my heart 100 times to look the other way. But the brain is just a record that I don't know how to stop, and I'm still spinning circles waiting for the beat to drop. I went to that cafe we liked, the one on 5th and Main. I sat in someone else's seat to try and hide the stain, but the steam against the window wrote your name in silver mist, and my lips still feel the phantom of the very last time we kissed. It's like I'm living in a movie where the film is stuck on you. No matter what I rewrite, I can't change the final view. Oh, I can try to wash the memories till the colors start to bleed. I can tell the world that moving on is everything I need, drift. Amnesia is a mercy that I'll never get to know, because your shadow's everywhere that I am trying not to go. Start to bleed. I can't tell the world that moving on is everything I need, but you're the ink beneath my skin, the ghost I'm talking to. I can't do 1,000 things, but I can't forget you. I've deleted every photo, I've thrown away the key, but you're still the only person that I ever really see. God, I remember it all. I can't forget you. I'm still holding on. I can't forget you. I'm still holding on. I found that old Polaroid tucked inside a book, the one where we were laughing before the world got shook. Your eyes were full of secrets that I thought I'd always keep, before the promises we made grew far too tall and steep. Now I'm staring at the stranger, looking back from every glass, trying to find the girl, boy, I was before the seasons passed. We used to talk for hours until the sun would start to rise. Now we're counting down the minutes with those heavy, tired eyes. We're sitting at the table, but we're oceans wide apart, just a couple of survivors of a slow decaying heart. The house is full of furniture we picked out as a team, but now it's just a museum for a dead and buried dream. I don't miss the arguments, and I don't miss the lies. I don't miss the way we learned to live in our disguise, but I'd give up every tomorrow if I could only find the stir of the ghost of who we used to be before we became who we were. Yeah, I'm making for the us that's disappeared from view. I don't miss this, I miss who we were. Where did that fire go? When did it turn to ash? How did we lose the gold and leave behind the crash? I wanna go back to the start, to the missing who we were, who we were. Before the bridge burned down, I miss who we were. I watched you watch the horizon while I was watching you. I was building us a kingdom. You were just passing through. I held my breath so you could breathe. I gave you all my life, but you were looking for the sun while I was holding back the night. I was the anchor in the storm, the steady hand you take, but you can't anchor someone who's just waiting for the break. I saved 1,000 moments that you've already misplaced. I'm still memorizing lines that time has long erased. I thought the fire between us was a spark we both had fed, but I was the only one shivering in this cold and empty bed. You were a passenger in love, just enjoying the ride, while I was the one with the engine failing deep inside. And it's a heavy kind of sorrow, a bitter kind of truth, to realize I spent the best years of my youth building up a lead when there was only ever me, fighting for a ghost that didn't want to be free. I gave you a heart that you never really known. I didn't just love you, baby, I loved alone. There's no one to blame when the bridge only has one side. No way to win a race when you're the only one who tried. I was screaming forever to a heart that whispered stay, until you finally found the strength to walk the other way. And it's a heavy kind of sorrow, a bitter kind of truth, to realize I spent the best years of my youth building up a lead when there was only ever me, fighting for a ghost that didn't want to be free. I gave you a heart that you never really known. I didn't just love you, baby, I loved alone. I was the flame, you were just the wind. I was the one who wouldn't let the end begin. But now the silence tells me what I should have always known. I wasn't half of something. I was just loving alone. All by myself, I loved alone. I'm standing at the shoreline where the water meets the sand, trying to drop the heavy pieces of you from my hands. But every time I think I finally cleared the air, I find a stray hair on a sweater or a ghost upon the stair. The world keeps spinning forward, shouting time will play its part. But time is just a thief that's stuck inside my broken heart. I've deleted every message, I've burned the Polaroids, but there's a resonance of us inside the empty void. My friends all say I'm healing, that I'm looking better now, but they don't see me in the dark, breaking every vow. I promised I'd move on, I swore that I'd be free, but you're the gravity that's constantly pulling back on me. And I can't let you go, no matter how I try. I'm still tethered to the hello and the never-ending goodbye. You're the song I can't stop humming, the dream I can't outrun, the shadow that's still hanging even when I'm in the sun. I've unlocked all the windows, I've opened every door, but I can't let you go. I just keep wanting more. Is it a choice or a prison that's keeping you alive? Is it the only way that I know how to still survive? Because if I let the memory fade and turn to dust, I'm scared there'll be nothing left of what became of us. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed, and I'm still replaying every word that you said. The silence in the hallway is louder than the rain. I'm memorizing shadows just to navigate the pain. reach for your hand, but I'm grasping at the air. It's a hollow kind of haunting, knowing you're not there. And I fell so hard, I thought you'd catch the wave, but I landed in the echoes of a love that turned to fade. Now the room is spinning empty, and the stars have lost their tone. I didn't just fall in love, baby, I fell alone. Yeah, I fell all alone. I'm walking through the grocery store, staring at your brand. Then I realize there's no reason to hold it in my hand. I see a ghost in every window, a flicker in the light, just a blurred out version of the way we held on tight. Now I'm a stranger to the kitchen, a phantom in the hall, tracing every crack you left when you let me hit the wall. You made it look so easy just to let the anchor go, while I'm still underwater, drifting somewhere far below. Was that just a temporary place for you to stay? Because I'm still in the wreckage while you're miles away. And I fell so hard, I thought you'd catch the wave, but I landed in the echoes of a love that turned to fade. Now the room is spinning empty, and the stars have lost their tone. I didn't just fall in love, baby, I fell alone. The dust is settling on the pictures in the frame. I'm forgetting how it felt to hear you breathe my name. The hardest part of falling isn't hitting the ground, it's the silence afterward, when there's no one else around. I fell alone. I'm still falling alone. I pour 2 cups of coffee, then I catch myself midair, staring at the sunlight hitting your empty kitchen chair. The house is full of echoes that refuse to settle down. I'm a king of a ghost story wearing a paper crown. I've organized the bookshelves, I've scrubbed the wooden floor, but I can't watch the way you looked while walking out the door. The radio is playing something soft and out of tune. It feels like December in the middle of June. I find your old receipt inside my winter coat, just a mundane little ghost of a life we never wrote. I should probably throw it out, I should probably let it be, but it's the only thing that proves you were ever here with me. And now I'm alone with memories, they're the only guests I keep. They're the first thing in the morning They say that remembering is a way to stay alive, but it feels more like a slow way to never quite arrive. I'm a prisoner who used to be a servant to the then, waiting for a once more that's never coming back again.